And, cut to, we're married and the mother of my children. That's not true. We had a really good time together. Little did you know, I was on hallucinogens. I'm Andrew Garfield. These are my 10 essential cool things. Oh God, you want to start with the ring? This is a really sentimental symbol that is a memory of my mother with a little bunny rabbit engraved. I've only worn it once to the Oscars because the first time I was nominated for Oscars, she was there with me, with my dad, and she passed away a couple of years ago and she wasn't able to come with us. And I wanted something with me so that she could have some physical symbolic presence. She was someone that could find beauty and meaning in the most invisible, diminutive things. And I think she always identified with something in the rabbit. She would fantasize about becoming a rabbit and hanging out with the rabbits that were at the bottom of our garden. And maybe someday she does get to go and just kind of hang out down there with her rabbit folk, maybe. No, so I don't know if anyone knows Vlad Chivatil, who created Codenames, but it's a great game that I got into about 5 or 6 years ago. And so whenever me and a certain group of friends are together, we will make sure that this happens. And it's just a really fun time. And bananagrams, bananagrams. And you can play on your own, I discovered, which is a sad state of affairs, but I've done it a few times on a flight. I remember, now this is a story that maybe I shouldn't tell. Because usually on a flight I keep to myself, but for this trip I think I microdosed. I did a little bit of mushrooms and it took away a kind of layer of self-consciousness or shyness, and I just started playing bananagrams on my own on my little pull-out table, and I ended up asking the person next to me if she wanted to play, and we had this really wonderful long game of bananagrams. And cut to, we're married and the mother of my children. That's not true. But it was a really, really nice flight. We had a really good time together. Little did you know, I was on hallucinogens. So she was getting a very specific version of me in real life. Real life? What is real life? Vlad Chivatil, you tell us. This is self-explanatory, I feel. I feel like everyone has their own $150 ping pong paddle. This is my luxury item on my desert island discs. Just playing ping pong on my own wherever I am. I never thought I would be someone who owns his own ping pong paddle, but look at it, it's just beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And now when I play my friends in a casual game, there is no such thing as a casual game of ping pong, I always have the upper hand with my T-Mobile blade. I mean, is it essential? Yes, the answer is yes. No, absolutely not, but it does make me feel happy to be alive. Granola generally is the favorite part of my day. This one is, farmers we know. I like this one a lot. It's like a morning ritual. I'll sit in my favorite chair, I'll look out my window, I'll eat my granola with raspberries and blueberries and some 2% milk. It used to be yogurt, but then I got food poisoning from my yogurt, and then I just decided I don't want to deal with that again, and then I'll have my coffee and I'll think, or I'll write, and I'll just it's beautiful solitude. So this is a beauty. This is something I'm writing at the moment. Can you see me still? I don't know, it's hard to do this sat down. This is something that I've been writing and it's just elegantly beautiful. I keep this one in my bedroom. You know what I mean? This one sleeps next to me. I think surfboards are pieces of art unto themselves, and when you catch a wave and you ride it, you feel like you're riding the wind and you do make stupid sounds. To have the time and the space to be able to pursue something just for the sake of doing it, I feel very grateful for, and that is essential. We do need those things that are for no one else, but for ourselves and for our own growth and spirit and connection to reality. This is a necklace with a compass on it. My closest friends gave this to me in a period of time where I needed to trust the direction I was going, even if I didn't know where I was going. And it was, again, during the time where going through a terrible loss, there was something about the void that created and the remarkable things that started to slowly fill the void of that kind of loss. And one of them was friendship. And this definitely is a symbol of that kind of invisible net of friendship, I suppose. And yeah, the compass is, I don't know, it's a reminder maybe that the more lost you are, the more of an adventure you're on, and also maybe that's when you're into your true walkabout, and you're gonna find things that you wouldn't have dreamed you would find. My friendships are essential, and this is a little symbol of some of the deep friendships in my life. Yeah, books. These are just like some things I'm reading right now, because I've been kind of nomadic a lot of my life. For a good 15 to 20 years, I was just kind of like, and I would have one suitcase with clothes, and I would have another smaller suitcase with hard copy books. Some of them got read and some of them didn't, but it was more just like a feeling of home with me wherever I was going. I start to get a bit anxious if I don't have literature and great stories with me in some way. And I have my iPad and I download, but like there's something about, I don't know, this is, it's not like theater, this is not going anywhere. And we have Time as a Mother, and it's a series of poems and essays, and Alan Watts always, like get existential and remember the smallness of our own individual egos with Alan Watts. That's really exciting. This is a guy called Wade Davis, who was a National Geographic explorer, and this is him going into lots of indigenous cultures around the world and looking at our original human wisdom and how it can apply to our meaninglessness in today's world. This kind of like creative stimulation and life stimulation, that feels essential to me. This is a Carver skateboard. There's a specific thing that the Carver skateboard does, and it's the front truck has this weird ability to twist as well as go side to side. I think is meant to kind of simulate more of an ability to carve out long lines that you would carve out while you're surfing. And surfing has become a really essential part of my life. It's one of the most kind of beautiful activities I think a human being can attempt to master and even try. So this is a cool invention really, because waves are few and far between. So when you finally catch that wave, you want to be able to have fun. And this contraption enables you on dry land to get that rhythm so that by the time you manage to catch the one wave you might catch in a session, you're ready to commune. You're ready to have your spiritual moment with this mysterious thing that's appeared in the magnificent oceans. Dark chocolate generally is really a way for me to kind of satiate an addiction without feeling really awful about myself. I grew up with Aero, Whispers, and Twixes, and we have to stop that at some point because the body just can't deal with it. So enter stage left, alter ego into stage right. Who? This is a daily thing. Like I will eat one of these a day. I don't want to live in this world if I don't get to deal with these brands, these specific brands of dark chocolate. And specifically these flavors, the Quinoa Crunch gets me, and the Vanilla Crunch gets me. So I just feel like I don't want to sell stuff to people. But I did, like, when I was thinking about these things, I was thinking, ethical brands, and as far as I know, Weleda, pretty good with that stuff. Non-toxic, and it's just like really, it's like jumping out of my hand because it's like the universe saying, don't sell products. Minnie Driver also likes Weleda. That's a little tidbit. We're buddies and we live nearby to each other, and she came over a cup of tea. She used the toilet. This is this fucking great Hollywood story for you. She came out of the toilet going, Weleda, and I was like, yeah. And she said, I love that you love Weleda. And I was like, me too, isn't it great? And that was that. Thank you so much for watching. These have been, and still will be, for the time being, my 10 essentials.